This is Jimmy Moyle with Head First Baseball. On today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about fastballs and fastball grips. Typically, most pitchers are going to throw at least 2/3 of their pitches as fastballs. And so it's important to have a few different combinations of grips that you can go to and a few different locations you can throw them in the strike zone. Obviously, the hitters are going to see this a lot more than any other pitch, so it's important to have a variety of things that we can go to. The first grip that we're going to talk about is the four-seam fastball. When we're throwing a four-seam, we want to find the letter C on the ball. We want to put our 2 fingers there, and you can go 3 fingers too if your hands are a little smaller, but typically it's going to be 2 fingers with about a finger's length between the pointer finger and middle finger. It's also important to have your fingertips touching the seam, as the last thing that we're going to feel right before we're going to the baseball is our fingertips pulling down on the ball. The other thing that we want to make sure, and this is also fairly common for every single pitch and grip combination that you can do, is we want to have our thumb and middle finger cutting the ball in half so we have about equal baseball on either side. Normally, the thumb is going to be the first finger that lets go of the ball, and your middle finger, being the longest finger, is going to be the last thing that touches the ball before it leaves your hand. The other variation that we can have with this is called the two-seam fastball. So here we're going to hold it directly on the seams. You can also hold a two-seam fastball across the seams here. So typically with a four-seam fastball, we're going to get this type of rotation. Two-seam fastball, we're going to get this type of rotation. Along the lines of that, we talk a little bit about why we throw one versus the other, and part of it is about mixing it up on hitters. Again, a hitter's going to see many fastballs and multiple fastballs in that bat, so giving them a few different looks is important to do. The other thing that we wind up getting from it is the two-seam fastball is going to sink a little bit more on the pitch. So typically this is the pitch we throw at the bottom of the strike zone to get ground balls. If we're in a situation where we want to swing and miss or a pop-up, we're going to want to throw a four-seam fastball, which is going to sink a little bit less. It's going to be straighter, longer, and hopefully because it's going straighter, longer, the hitter's going to swing underneath it, and it's either going to pop the ball up or swing and miss altogether. Almost all swing and misses that happen on fastballs happen on four-seam fastballs that are a little bit up in the zone. So it's a pitch we definitely want to have in our arsenal. The two-seam fastball is going to sink a little bit more, and we hope that the hitter is going to hit over the top of it, and this is going to cause a ground ball to happen. Thank you very much.